Tens of thousands of people, you can see, have packed this stadium to hear from the vice president and listen to some of the star power tonight, including Beyoncé. Texas, it's not a battleground state. In fact, it's a solid red state. But Kamala Harris is here tonight because the Lone Star State has some of the most restrictive abortion rules in the country, where doctors and nurses can get jail time for performing abortions. Let's bring in CBS's Nancy Cordes, who is with me here in Houston. Good evening, Nancy.
Good evening, Norah. Harris may be trailing here in Texas, but she came because she sees this state as ground zero in the fight over reproductive rights, an issue she's hoping will drive women to the polls everywhere, just as it has over and over again in state races over the past 2 years. Texas is Trump territory, but that's almost the point.
Well, it's good to be in Texas.
Tonight, Harris will argue that the near total abortion bans here and in 12 other states are endangering pregnant women.
Real harm has occurred in our country. A real suffering has occurred. People have died.
They are restricting.
With 11 days to go, abortion is a cornerstone of Harris's closing argument.
For 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it.
She has released 2 new ads about it just in the past 3 days.
He is bragging about the rights that he stole from American women.
It's a message the Harris campaign hopes will resonate with some women who once favored her opponent. In 2020, for instance, 63% of white women without a college degree voted for the former president. But they are nearly as likely as white women with college degrees to say abortion is a major factor in their vote.
I don't think that anybody should be able to control somebody else's body.
Tonight, Harris will appear on stage with more than a dozen women who say they were harmed by state abortion bans.
We started trying to have a second baby in 2001.
Caitlin Cash is from Austin. She went into hemorrhagic shock after giving birth to her daughter last year, because she needed a procedure typically associated with abortions to remove leftover placenta.
I almost bled out, and I woke up several hours later in the ICU away from my daughter. And when we asked about it, the hospital staff said, oh, we don't do D&Cs anymore. And then we never heard anything else.
And Nancy Cordes is back with us here in Houston. And Nancy, there's a huge gender gap in this race. What are we seeing the vice president do in these final days to try and shore up support?
Well, she's looking to win over women once again this evening with a sit-down interview with Brene Brown, the popular podcaster and relationship guru. And then, of course, a short time from now, she's going to be appearing on that stage behind me with the Queen Bee herself, Beyoncé, here in Beyoncé's hometown of Houston. Norah?
Nancy Cordes, thank you very much.